Legend has it that Jason saw his mother beheaded that night, and he took his revenge. A revenge that he'll continue to seek if anyone ever enters his wilderness again.
And welcome back to the cabin. And tonight we're going to be taking a look at NECA's Ultimate Jason Voorhees Part 2. And, you know, I picked this up recently along with a bunch of other figures I'm going to be taking a look at. And, you know, NECA has always been known for its outstanding quality, and, you know, they really take attention to detail. I wanted to start doing some reviews on these things. We're going to start with the accessories. He comes with a slew of them, along with an alternate head and a campfire, which I'm real excited about because, I mean, it looks great. We'll start off with the knives as accessories. You know, the paint job never fails with NECA, hardly. Nice metallic paint. As you can see, they even did a little edge on it, and it kind of glimmers. It kind of changes in the light from dark to light, if you can see that. It's really cool. Nice rivets. Very realistic. Get that in there. Don't mind my finger. That was an accident. See that? Wow, you guys like gore. Very nice rivets, metallic paint. Again, attention to detail. Full tang, as you can expect a good piece of cutlery to be. Very nice piece in the telltale part where he's stalking his victim, and you know that little bruise on his thumbnail. You gotta love that part. Very nice, love it. Moving on, we'll go to the Pitchfork, which didn't play too much of a role in Part 2, 1981, by the way. You know, again, great attention to detail with the metallic switch back to wood grain. Now, the wood grain on here is, look at my dog hair. Pick it off there. See, NECA always makes accessories so you can utilize them as well. But at the same time, be very careful. They are very thin plastic, but not so brittle. It's not something very cheap, so you can definitely tell the difference. Nice wood grain effect going down the handle. You can't really get a good look at this one. It's not too prevalent, but again, they switch it up to the metallic for the handle and a little wood portion as well. But the Pitchfork, always a favorite of Jason Voorhees. We'll move on and let's take a look at the 6 foot, well, spear, I guess 6 foot. Again, in wood grain, the edge, nice metallic paint with a little edge on there. I love the edges. And again, not too prevalent on the wood grain. That'll come into play later. You'll see what I'm talking about. But an excellent 6 foot spear. He likes twofers with this thing. Yeah. So, all right. Moving on to one of my favorite pieces actually in the NECA line for Friday the 13th with Mr. Voorhees. The curve forward machete. Now, I believe this is the only time you get that. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. But great blood work, and again, metallic paint, as you can see, that shimmer and sheer in the light. Beautiful stuff. Great paint job. You know, I love the this side of it better. There's, you know, two sides are different. They did it a little bit different on each side, which is cool. So you can kind of get two angles from it. Curve forward. You know, he liked, I guess you could say he liked, it's not so much a twofer, but he took two with this thing. So great. Whether you're in a wheelchair or not, hanging upside down, it doesn't matter. Jason loves this forward angled machete, and so do I. So do I gotta say. Moving on, iconic. I mean, and this is where you really can see the good wood grain. Hopefully I can get it a little bit better. Maybe you can get it kind of, there's a good angle right there, like the little bit of, you can see how it kind of get, and there's, by the way, again, attention to detail. Let me get my hand. My camera's actually better when I don't do that. Look at those little blood splotches running down the handle. I love that. And there you go. That's actually a better look at the wood grain. A lot more prevalent than, say, the Pitchfork. Or at that, even the Spear. I think it's because it's a little bit thicker and it has it's a little bit more condensed, maybe. I don't know. But the Pitchfork, one of my favorites, comes into play at the end of the movie. I'm sure that's from a certain somebody's thigh. I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, part 2 comes with a slew of weaponry at Mr. Voorhees' disposal. He also comes, never leave home without it, Pamela's head, which is a good mold. Well painted, actually. It's actually got like a silverish white kind of paint. As I turn it around and move it off camera. Yeah, even the teeth are kind of touched in there, as you can see a little bit. Kind of rotted, not too many teeth left. Some still. You hear that? I thought I heard something. We're all right, folks. We're inside. Anyway, yeah, Pamela. You can't leave. It's kind of eerie when you think that, you know, her head's a little bit down the road. All right. But that's cool. You can't hold it, but I was practicing earlier, and you can actually kind of stand it in his hand like Pennywise, like a balloon. Very short stringed balloon. Very short. There she is. Pamela. You know, I understand. I understand revenge, but, you know, we all have different ways of handling it. Mr. Voorhees also comes with an alternate head. We'll look at that last. I want to take a look at probably my favorite accessory is the campfire. And that may sound silly, but I think a lot of people would agree with me. Very well made, very you can see the grain on the wood. And the fire, the way they did the fire is pretty good. I think I have it on wrong. I think I have it on right. Yeah. Yeah, no, I have it on right. This flame here is just going crazy. I would think that it would go over here, but there's no way to snap that in, so I'm pretty sure I got that right. Again, if I'm wrong, you can, I think it, because look at that little ledge there. Right there. It's like perfect. So anyway, it works that way. And we'll use it that way for now. All right, moving on, we'll take a look at Mr. Voorhees himself, and then we'll take a look at the alternate head. Very good, impressive head sculpt. As always, look at that little eye peering at you. It looks psychotic. Huh? Look at that. I like it when you don't see, of course, I think a lot of people do when you don't see the eye. It's kind of just darkened in there. But he comes with no alternate hands on this particular Jason, but he does have one bloody hand, which I do like that effect. You know, I've got to be honest. I looked at plenty of reviews, and I don't even remember if I've noticed blood on the hand. Is this the only one? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Going top to bottom, he does have head articulation. The paint job is excellent. As you can see, a slight crease there, but I can live with that. You know, a little bit of better job on that side, but a nice kind of a sand color mixed with a darker tan. And then they definitely did some nice touch-ups along the way. Nice little tie hanging down as well. Articulate in the arms. That's right, he can do the chicken. Looking at it earlier, my elbows are a little stiff, but you know, we'll work that out. It's better than being loose off the bat. Also articulate in the elbows, as well as the wrists, which is great. One thing I was surprised about, especially with the overalls, it is articulate in the waist area. But not surprising enough, you can kind of shimmy these off, which I don't dare do, really. There's no point. You know, I don't need to see what's down there. I don't think anyone does. So, you know, great detail again. Again, Telltale Farmer's plaid shirt. Great paint job on that. You know, they got some great artists on there, swirling around to the back. And the blue and white and black definitely make an ominous, you know, combination for what's happening. Even the buttons, nice attention to detail, especially like here on the suspenders, nice gold copper color. Going down, also articulate in the thighs or hips, I guess, as well as the knees. You can kind of make these I'm happy with the way that you can articulate these all the way down to the feet, which also are articulated. You can see a little bit of dirt there, paint on it. Very nice job. I like this one too. It's very slight. You know, you can see it kind of, you know, and also on the knee a little. I love the wear. The way they wore the knees out is just great. So there's not, you can, that's a good shot right there. You can kind of see. I love that. Yeah, so pretty posable. Good stuff, and you know why we're doing it. Why not satisfy everyone? And let's arm Jason. A good-looking figure. But also, while we have him armed, let's pop off the head. Literally, pop. And here's the alternate head. We'll put this on, and then we'll take a look at it. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. So he's no better off. He can breathe a little better, but, you know, does anyone know, can he see out of that other eye, that right eye? I don't know. But great, again, great face sculpt. The only time I believe you see Jason with any facial hair at all, other than that, that's about it. Crashing through the window, and there's his half. He's still got some hope on that side, but this side is totally, you can actually see, which I love about this mold, you can see the future Jasons kind of take form here on this side. You can see how the folks kind of evolved Jason from this part 2. So they're pretty, you know, I'm very happy with the way that they stand. They're pretty posable. Again, like I said, we're going to be going up the line to part 3, part 4, part 5, 6. I got a 7 on order. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. Got a lot more coming.